Are y'all ready for this NFL season? We're getting ready to kick it off. Thursday, we're going to start with my picks coming in for this week. I'm thinking, I don't know for sure if I'm going to do my picks all the way through the season. I have to sit and really think about that. I am going to do it for this week. Last season, I did it the whole season with my picks. It takes away from a lot of other things, so we'll see as we push it along. But we definitely going to do it for this week. So we're going to take it from the top. Cowboys and Eagles. We already know it's a rivalry. We already know it's a big game. It's always a big game when these two match up. Thursday night to kick off the season opener. We know Micah Parsons has been traded to the Packers. A big addition for the Cowboys. Obviously, I am going to pick the Eagles, but I think this is a dangerous game. Eagles, I'm pretty sure they're going to come focused and ready to go to start the season. But if they did have any kind of hangover, or they coming in this game and they thinking Micah Parsons gone and they're at home and they can go ahead and walk through this victory, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the Cowboys are going to be fired up. They want to show that they can play without Micah Parsons, especially on defense. So they're going to be flying around and trying to prove something. The offense for the Cowboys, I'm a little concerned with. The Eagles' secondary defense has to be put to the test this season. Don't know. Years past, they've been pretty good. Slay Jr. obviously is out over there with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this defense will be put to the test with this Cowboys offense. That won't be an issue for the Cowboys moving the football. Now, years past, they couldn't finish these drives. They turn it over at the end, or something happens, a major turnover to cost them the game. So this year coming in, they're going to try to complete these drives, see if they can punch it in for 7 instead of settling for field goals. So it's a big matchup. And I'm going to go with the Eagles in week 1. But the Eagles have to come out with that fire in their eye, which I don't doubt that they will do. They're not even thinking about last season. This is a new mission. Go ahead and focus on trying to get another Super Bowl. And you're at home. But this is a dangerous game. But I'm taking the Eagles. Dolphins and Colts. I'm going to take the Dolphins in week 1 against the Colts. I think the Colts, for the quarterback situation, I'm not on Daniel Jones. I already stated that. Even if Richardson was in there, I still wouldn't feel comfortable with them, even if they're at home. I think they got some kinks to work out, and I at least got to see something first before I feel confident and picking the Colts. And of course, they're in the Texans division. It's hard to pick them anyway. And as far as the Dolphins, they got a high-powered offense. We're going to see if Tyreek Hill's going to put all that stuff behind him, come in this game, try to prove something. I think they made him a captain after all that, stuff he had going on. But Dolphins got some good pass defense. And I think that's going to cause problems for the Colts in this week 1. So I'm just going to go with the Dolphins in this one. All right. Panthers and Jaguars. I'm going with the Jaguars at home, especially with that young talent. Yeah, you know the guy they done picked up. I don't think he's no surprise, huh? Right? Travis Hunter, huh? You got Trevor Lawrence over there. He has all these offensive weapons now. What is he going to prove coming in this season? He's really on the hot seat. He has to produce. All his turnovers, not finishing drives himself, being inconsistent. You got some firepower on offense. You got to complete these drives and win some games with the young talent you have. And for the Panthers, Bryce Young, he's on the hot seat too. I hope he can figure it out. Because last season, they benched the guy. He has a lot to prove. And for the Panthers defense, don't have no faith in the Panthers defense either. So I'm looking for the Jaguars and this young talent to have no problems on offense going against these Panthers. I'm going with the Jaguars at home in week 1. Giants and Commanders. Rivalry for sure. In that NFC. And I will be picking the Commanders at home. Jaden Daniels, how can you go against him? This franchise is on the move. They got a good leader at the quarterback position. They just signed or extended McLaurin. They're ready to go. And for the Giants, they're starting out with Russell Wilson, which they should. He's a veteran. Until Jackson Dart, they put him in. And I'm pretty sure Jackson Dart's going to be in sometime this season. But you got to put the veteran out there and see what you're working with. And I really don't have no faith in Russell Wilson to this point. I think all the magic dust, as we say, has rubbed off of him. And I think the Commanders going to win that game. Could be a blowout, in my opinion. But we're going to check it out and see. But I will be picking the Commanders on week 1. Bengals and Browns. Another rival. Rivalry indeed. I'm going to go with the Bengals. Browns are at home. Browns got Flacco starting. That quarterback situation is going to have to get figured out throughout the season. Just hope they don't play musical chairs. Once they make their decision, they got to stick with it. But I don't believe Joe Flacco will finish the season as a Browns quarterback. I don't believe that. I think the Bengals are against the clock, just like a handful of other teams that we're going to get to. But the Bengals, Joe Burrow, you hear me? DeMar Chase, these guys' backs are against the wall. They have to show. They have to show this season. Getting off to a slow start last season, I'm looking for them to come out the gates. They are drooling and snarling, looking at the Browns at home, and they're going to go in there about business. And I think they're going to go ahead and try to put them away. Look for that one to maybe be a blowout. Because Joe Burrow got that look in his eye. They behind schedule. You got to understand these Bengals are behind schedule. And they have a lot to prove and a lot to show coming in this season. And I don't think they're going to let the Joe Flacco-led Browns get in the way. So I got to go with the Bengals in week 1. Let's move this down one a little bit. 49ers and Seahawks. 49ers, they're desperate after last season. Very desperate. Brock Purdy got that money. They invested in him. He's going to have to show, get back to the promised land. And you always can count on the 49ers, even though they had that down year. They got Christian McCaffrey coming back. A guy I said was the best running back in the league before he got hurt. And somebody argued with me about that because I said he was better than Saquon Barkley. And the reason why I said that because Saquon Barkley was hurt at the time. He was so-called injury prone, had a hard time staying on the field. And McCaffrey, he was just emerging. He was playing the best football of his life. So those two guys right there, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, almost mirrored each other. Saquon Barkley is obviously the best running back in the league right now. Christian McCaffrey, will he ever get that title back from him? I doubt it at this point in his career. We're going to see if he can stay healthy. He's coming back. But Christian McCaffrey, we call him all-purpose. He can do it all. So Saquon Barkley is pretty much the same way. He can catch the ball. He can block. He can run. All these other different things. So those two backs, they're in a league of their own in the NFL. But as of right now, Saquon Barkley is the best back in the league. Took it away from Christian McCaffrey. So as far as the Seahawks, who they got? Who's their quarterback over there? Just got Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. I don't have no faith in Sam Darnold. He's going to have to show me something. Cooper Kupp. They picked up Cooper Kupp. They'll have their little tandem working over there, but they have to mesh. They got to have some time. I don't know, Seahawks. I'd rather go with the 49ers. It sounds better. It looks like they're going to be coming in this season looking to do some business. I got to go with the 49ers because the Seahawks in week 1. Plain and simple. We're going to do it just like that. Lions and Packers. This a doozy. Ain't this a rival as well? I think this is a rival as well. It's always hard for me to pick against the Packers when they're at home. And that on that field, man, they are tough to beat. But you got a high-powered Lions offense coming in there. And we already know about their defense. I know Aaron Glenn is gone, but they could put up a fight still. Packers. You know what? I'm going with the Packers. They at home. This can go either way. This is one of those games that can go either way. I'm just going to go with the Packers at home in this one. Lambeau Leap, see if they can get it done. And week 1. All right. Oh, I didn't have that one moved down for y'all to see that one. Huh? There it is. Lions and Packers. But now we on the Ravens and Bills, another rival. And that's going to be a doozy. A lot of people going to be tuning into that one for sure. There's a few of these that people are going to tune into. We'll get to the other ones in a minute. But the Ravens and the Bills. Just like Joe Burrow, I was telling you about the Bengals. These two teams here, they're all in that little group. These little quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they're desperate. They're desperate coming in this season. I keep mentioning it. They have to produce. They have to get to the promised land every season now. It don't have nothing to do about regular season. It don't have nothing to do with playoffs. It got something about being at the dance with these teams. Every season that goes by, they're knocking off ages off their life. That's how crucial it is. That's how they got to get it done. All right? Now, as far as this matchup, there's another one that can go either way. But I'm going with the Bills. Bills are at home. I'm going to roll with them. Josh Allen, I know he has something to prove along with Lamar Jackson. We already know. Some people already saying he's going to be the MVP for this season. Saying all of that. I just think Lamar Jackson is pressed. He has to do a lot. Too much at sometimes. To where you're seeing exciting plays. He's making things happen throughout the game. And then by the time you get to that fourth quarter, when the game is on the line, sometimes I just feel he's maxed. He's just maxed out. He done worked his way all up to that fourth quarter. Magnificent. And I'm not going to say fatigue. I'm not going to say wear and tear. It could be. But it always seems like something happens with this team down the stretch. Is it Lamar Jackson fumble? Him coming up short on the first down? Maybe interception? Maybe a tight end can't get his feet in. Maybe a tight end just drops the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. You don't know. Something always seems to come up with the Baltimore Ravens when it matters the most. Team is maxed out. They're pressed. Sometimes I feel like they feel the pressure. I got to go with the Buffalo Bills. Got to go with them. At home, week 1. Gonna do it like that. Let's move this thing up. Chiefs and Chargers. Oh, man. See, on this one, I'm going to have to go with my mind instead of my heart on this one. Because we all know I always like to go against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs, to me, are just like the Dallas Cowboys. It don't matter who they're playing. If they're going up against the Deer Park Deer, I am picking the Deer Park Deer against the Chiefs.
Oh, that's not good.
If the Cowboys are going up against Baytown Sterling, I'm picking Baytown Sterling.
Oh, that's not good.
That's how bad it is. But understand, Chiefs fans, understand, Cowboys fans, it's nothing personal at all. It's nothing personal. It's just the way it is. It's competition. We always want to get the best of you. And no matter who you play, we just be hoping on your downfall for the season. That's all it is. Nothing personal. Just business. Just business. And as far as the Chiefs, we matched up against them twice in the Super Bowl already. And you already know how that is. That blood just boils. It just boils. That's just the way it is. But Chiefs and Chargers, you can call me crazy, but I'm going to use this for my upset of the week. All right? Sometimes the Chiefs are known to have a slow start in the season, at least losing the first game. You know I'm a big Harbaugh fan on top of it. Justin Herbert, he's in that little fold of all those little quarterbacks we mentioned. He just haven't stayed in there. You know, it's been mostly hype around Herbert. Can he prove it this season? They're at home. I'm pretty sure they want to get off to a good start. You got the big Chiefs coming in. I'm expecting big things from them to try to hold them off and pull up an upset, so to speak. So I'm going for the Chargers in week 1. All right? Going to do it like that. See if we can get that upset. Steelers and Jets. Another big game. Another big game. This is a tough one. This can go either way as well. Either way. Of course, I'm going with the Steelers. Of course. Sorry, Ann Glenn. I know this is your opener. At home on top of it. Y'all going to be fired up, too. Y'all going to be real fired up. And I know you're going to be trying to draw up a good scheme for that Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I know you are. Especially after that meeting. The way that meeting went, right? Call that man all the way down there just to say they don't want to do nothing with him. Right? Aaron Rodgers going to be fired up. He's going to be fired up for this one. Man, they got storylines all over this game. Aaron Glenn and that defense, he going to have him fired up against Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers, this is the last rodeo, more than likely. Got DK Metcalf over there. They're going to be power running with Warren. They have stout defense themselves. My Darius Slayton went over there. Oh, my goodness. TJ Watts. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be real nasty. Got to go with those Steelers during week 1. It's the way it is. But it can go either way. It really could. But Steelers indeed. Cardinals and Saints. This might be the lessest game of all of them to watch. You might check this one out on a ticker at the bottom of the TV screen. I don't think nobody's going to be really tuning in to this one. Is New Orleans still the Aints? Or they the Saints now? Who's that quarterback they named? Is it Rattler? They going with Rattler? Is that his name? They're at home. And usually I will pick the Saints. I'm not joking. Last season I picked them a lot, but this season here, I really don't know, man. I think they went back to the Aints. I got to go with the Cardinals. Yeah, I got to go with the Cardinals. Got Murray over there. Got that Harrison boy over there, too. I just think they got too much. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Cardinals. This is almost a toss. I could have actually flipped a coin on this game, but I'm going to go with the Cardinals against the Saints. Do it like that. Buccaneers and Falcons. Yeah, this is a big one here, too. It's going to be a big one. And this one can go either way. I'm going to go with the Falcons. Some telling me to go with the Buccaneers, but I'm going to go with the Falcons, like Michael Penix Jr., Bijan Robinson. But Buccaneers got some defense. They got a little defense. They struggle a little bit in that. They got a good pass rush, but they secondary is so. When you got London out there catching that ball, you got Bijan running it, you got Michael Penix throwing it. They got a tandem going, all three levels on offense. And I believe they're going to pull it out in week 1 against the Buccaneers. So we'll see. Like I say, it can go either way. But my thought process, Falcons at home will pull it out in week 1. Raiders and Patriots. I'm going Raiders. I think everybody know I'm a big Pete Carroll fan. I'm a big Mike Vrabel fan as well, but I've never been a Patriot fan. That's the only problem. But they supposed to surprise this season. We're gonna see. I think Mike Vrabel's gonna get them on the right track. But it's hard for me to just not pick the Raiders. Like the Raiders a lot. Geno Smith kind of rejuvenated his career, of course. I think I mentioned that last season a little bit. It could have went south for his career. He was able to salvage that and turn himself into a pretty decent quarterback, at least a hell of a Band-Aid emergency quarterback that you can have in the league. I would say that. For us, winning championships deep in the playoffs still remains to be seen. But he's good for Pete Carroll and running this Raiders offense. And I always root for the Raiders, man. I be wanting them in the playoffs a lot. Miss them contending. So I got to go with them in week 1. Raiders against the Patriots. Titans and Broncos. Pull that down a little bit. Titans and Broncos. Cam Ward. I could tell you who I am going for in this game is the Titans. I'd like to see Cam Ward and the Titans pull it out. But some's telling me the Broncos, they're a little more seasoned than the Titans right now. Sean Payton, another year at the helm. I think he got his fingerprints all over this team. Bo Nix, another year with him. I just think Sean Payton and this led Broncos team is going to try to give Cam Ward the blues in this opener. Broncos at home. I think they're going to apply a lot of pressure and see what Cam Ward really has. Big things coming from the young guy. To me, coming out first season, he's the most ahead of schedule quarterback, I would say, coming out of that draft. He looks ready now. Mature, everything. He's ready to go. But I think the Broncos is going to have a little too much for him in week 1, Denver being at home. So I have to go with the Broncos in week 1. Go down 1 here. We'll go down 2. Why not? All right, Texans and Rams. Texans and Rams. Look, I'm going to have to go with the Rams in this week 1. And we already know who I'm going for, but I have to go with the Rams in week 1. I just believe the Texans got a lot to prove coming in this season already. There's a lot of questions with this offensive line. Are they going to even be able to hold up? Is a big concern of mine, concern of everybody's. Move some pieces around. We're going to see if they can fight and hold up. But one thing I know for sure, they're going to be tested by these Rams. They're going to be tested. And Sean McVay coach team, I mean, they cover all ends of the game of football. They're going to make you play the whole field. And the Texans, of course, not having their star running back, that's a minus as well. So I just think in this week 1, Sean McVay, them at home, the Rams, they're going to put up a big task for the Houston Texans. And I think ultimately they will pull it out. But Texas, I'm wishing big things for them and hope they could pull that game out. But my mind is telling me that the Texans are going to fall in week 1 to the Rams. Sean McVay coach team Rams. They're going to exploit them in some different ways. So week 1, Rams. All right. So we're down to the last one. Vikings and Bears, another rivalry. Another rivalry. Gonna go with the Bears. I'm just wishing for the young man, that's all. Caleb Williams, I want him to produce so bad. Get out of a slump from last season. No offensive line holding for him. Took a lot of hits. Hopefully they can hold up for him a little bit this season coming in. He looked good in the preseason game. Everything was on schedule. He was getting rid of the football. Vikings, of course, with their young guy. Is it McCarthy, I believe? And, of course, Justin Jefferson. You know what you get from him and all of those good things. But Bears at home in the opener. If they can start that game like they started that preseason game, they'll be in good shape. They'll be in good shape. But it was a preseason game, all right? This is the regular season, so team's going to amp it up, of course. And they're going to put him to the test. They want to put pressure on him just to see. Them purple people eaters want to put pressure on him to see if he can handle it. Has he grown? Going to find out. But I'm going with the Bears in week 1. So, Caleb, show me something. Show me something. So that's it. That's week 1, Goodymo's picks. Take a good look at it. Tell me what you think. Do it look good? Those are my picks, and I'm sticking to it. To further notice, till we see what the record is by next week. See how I fared. Gonna find out. So y'all just tune in. Football is back. Ready to get it ramped back up. Road to the Super Bowl once again. Everybody team out there, good luck. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You just got to piece it together. One game at a time. Each week. Putting out the best version of yourself. So thanks for y'all time. Once again, these are my picks. G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. And I'm out of here. Peace.